that you are in the review stage now, having monitored for 1 year, you're trying to look at what has been done so far. So would you say that you have achieved some success in this?
Okay. I'm not going to sit here and say, listen, we've solved all the issues with the national MSME clinics. But what we've done is those issues escalated are being treated. For instance, take the issue of NAFDAC number. It used to take an average SME about 9 to 12 months to get a NAFDAC number. Now, we said that is unacceptable. Now, NAFDAC is working on a 1 month time to say, listen, once all your documents are completed and you've met all requirements, it's going to take you an average of 30 to 90 days to get your NAFDAC number. Now, and the issue of, say, as an SME, you must have 4 rooms before you get a NAFDAC number. If a lot of these SMEs have 4 rooms, they won't be looking for loans. So they've now said, you know what? That has been reviewed by NAFDAC. They've now said, you know what? If you have a big space, you can now demarcate this space into 4 different places. Then you are good to go. Standard Organization of Nigeria said SUNCAP, which is to be very expensive for the MSMEs, has been reduced by 50%. So also as NAFDAC, if you are registering any product that is related to an MSME product, it's been reduced to 50%. It means that if, for instance, you should register a product for 10,000 naira, you can now register that same product for 5,000 naira, basically. And you see, going around these states, we realize that there are a lot of different issues, but some issues are recurrent. Issues such as access to funding, issues such as capacity and building of the capacity for the MSMEs themselves. Now, how has the government tried to solve these issues? The DVN, the Development Bank of Nigeria, came in last year, May last year, and what it has done between November and December 2017, it has disbursed well over 5 billion to over 50,000 MSMEs as of December last year. The target for this year is to disburse 59 billion naira to 200,000 MSMEs all over the nation, those who qualify for it, basically. And we're not stopping there. We realize that in some of the states, there are issues of facilities. Some of them do not even have the fund to rent a place for their businesses. So the government has graciously also approved a shared facility for MSMEs. It means that and this is going to be done in partnership with the state government. This will start springing up from as early as first week in May, where the state government provides a facility, federal government gets the equipment for the different clusters. And as an SME, you can come and use some of those equipment. You'll be told to use some of those equipment. You can run your business. That place will be fast. The place will be certified by either NAFDAC or SUN. And once any of these agencies certify that building, it means you can run your business from that place. Go and make your money, basically, without waiting for 9 months for a NAFDAC number and all whatnot. There's also the issue of recognition. Realize that a lot of these SMEs, going around the country, we realize that there are a lot of creative Nigerians doing great things. So what we've decided, and what has been approved by His Excellency the Vice President, is that, listen, let's recognize and reward some of these SMEs. So as a result of that, sometime this year, you'll be having the first national MSME awards in Nigeria, basically, to recognize some of these SMEs and to hold them and say, listen, you are doing a good job.
All right, Tola, you talked about funding. Now, those fundings you mentioned, are these monies coming to these MSMEs as a loan?
Yes, these are loans, but these are in most cases, they are single-digit loans. And that's what the MSME
And is there any collateral attached?
Because as an MSME...
Mr. Tola, is there any collateral attached?
Well, with regards to the loans being, with regards to the loan from the DBN or the BOI, I'm sure you have to meet certain conditions. However, we are in discussion with these different agencies to say, listen, some of your stringent conditions should be reduced, and they are working on that. But I know that it is now quicker for an SME to get a loan than it used to be in the past. At least a single-digit loan, and in some cases, it might not be a single-digit loan, but at a longer tenure. An SME needs a loan at a tenure of between 3 to 10 years. So that is now available in the country.
But so we know that the interest rate has been high and we've had double-digit inflation. So what is the future of the SMEs in Nigeria going forward?
Okay. Now, as an SME, if I need a loan and I'm being presented with a single-digit loan of, say, I'm collecting a loan of 1 million. That's just hypothetically speaking. If I'm collecting a loan of 1 million and I'm being asked to take this loan at a single digit or collect the same loan at 1 million and take a double digit of 12% and return this money back in 10 years, or take a loan at a single digit and return it back within a year, you know, I would rather the option of taking it at the 12% and working for almost 10 years to return that loan. So the thing is, at this point, we have those options. You have the single-digit options, and you have those that are double digits, not the skyrocketing high digits that we used to have in the past, you know, basically. So it is easier now, like I said before, for an MSME to collect a loan, basically because we have seen it happen. It is happening right now. So the Development Bank of Nigeria has made sure that, or it's also ensuring that MSMEs get loans, because the main mandate of the Development Bank of Nigeria is to fast-track access to finance for MSMEs.
All right,
that's what it's doing.
Thank you very much, Tola Johnson, for your time. I'm sure it's an ongoing issue because MSME is a very important sector to any economy. Thank you for your time. Tola Johnson is the Special Assistant to the Vice President on MSMEs. After the break, Nigeria's absence at last week's AU summit still a talking point amongst different stakeholders. We will look at AfroInvest report on this. Do stay with us.